Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you all are doing well this afternoon. We will get started as soon as either ACDC or Courtroom 2 is ready for us.
ACDC is clear, Judge.
Okay, let me make sure that all the attorneys are on with us. Are there any attorneys that are in
Yes.
Courtroom 2 this afternoon?
Judge, good afternoon. This is Attorney Mitchell for Antonio Greer. I'm on the Zoom hearing. Good to see you, Judge.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Mitchell. Let's see. You're here for Antonio Greer, position number 9.
That's correct, Judge.
Okay, I'll let Courtroom 2 know when they get on with us that you're with. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't see any public defenders, Your Honor, if that's who you were looking for.
Yes, good afternoon, Ms. Pear.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
They're probably in Courtroom 2, so we'll wait until Courtroom 2 gets on with us. Ms. Grace, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
When is the SAP reset date?
March the 5th.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
How are you? Thank you.
While we have a moment, Ms. Evans Battle or Ms. Spear,
Yes, Your Honor.
do we have any consents this afternoon?
I believe
should be
Ms.
aware of
Evans
that.
Battle had one.
Yes, Your Honor. I do for Mr. Gandy.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon. How
Good afternoon. Let's see, let me go ahead and make my announcement. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. We're providing you with the assistance of a public defender or conflict defender this afternoon if you do not have a private attorney. Who do we have first there?
Number 9, Mr. Greer.
Okay. And this is Mr. Mitchell's case. It's my understanding. Good afternoon, Mr. Greer. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000962F with simple battery family violence, 2 counts. Who do we have on from pretrial this afternoon?
Your Honor, Mr. Howard is coming on now.
Okay, thank you. Evans Battle, do you happen to have the history for me? You're on mute there.
I'm sorry, Judge. I don't believe I have that case.
Oh, okay.
Ms. Spear, I probably was on from yesterday.
I was gonna say I don't think we divided up the cases from Miss Benford yesterday. So
All right, I'll do it then. I have her recommendations. Miss Sanders was coming on. She was having a hard time getting on, so I have it then. I can find it anyway. All right, for Mr. Greer, we have an FTA from 2011, a robbery from 2013, an aggravated assault from 2013, theft by shoplifting from 2016, an FTA in 2016, and a simple battery in 2017. Do you want me to proceed?
Yes, thank you.
All right. The victim in this case is Constance Filho, Filho, who was at work when her husband, the defendant, came into the store, began yelling at her. He cornered her in one of the booths, punched her in the face. He then began punching her in the stomach as well. One of the cooks came out and said something to the defendant to make him leave. And this incident was caught on store surveillance. The recommended bond in this is $1,000 surety bond for each charge. Stay away from the victim, Constance, Philip, and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond. Thank you.
Okay. If Ms. Constance Philo is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Mr. Howard, what was pretrial's recommendation on this?
I just got on. Who are we on?
Position number 9, Mr. Greer.
Level 3.
Thank you. And Mr. Mitchell, is this your case?
This is Judge.
Okay, yes, you can proceed.
Okay, Judge, Mr. Greer, he's a 51-year-old resident of Fulton County. He's a lifelong resident. His entire family lives in the metro Atlanta area. He does have a good address on file. He's currently employed with the Waste Management Department for Fulton County, where he's been employed for the last 2 years. He does have one daughter who he does support and take care of. And Judge, we're just asking for a reasonable bond to be set. We do understand the history with the FTAs. My firm has already been retained in full to represent him in this matter. And it's something we think we can get taken care of fairly simply in the case, Judge. So we ask for, we actually have no opposition, Judge, for the $1,000 bond on each charge. And we just ask that the court consent to the offer from the state.
Thank you. Ms. Philho, I see that you're on the line with us. You certainly do not have to address the court, but if you would like to address the court this afternoon, I'll need for you to raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can place your hand down. What would you like to tell the court, ma'am?
Because I talked to the victim's advocate yesterday, and I was letting her know that this was only a one-time incident, that she was asking about that. And of course, we are legally married, and so I don't want any types of like restrictions.
So what you're telling me is that this has never happened before?
Never.
And do you wish for him to be back in the household at this time?
Yes.
Okay. Anything further, Ms. Philho?
No, that's it.
All right. I appreciate you being here this afternoon. As such, for each charge will be $1,000 good bond, makes for a total of a $2,000 good bond. No further violent contact with Ms. Philho. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Greer. You as well, Ms. Philho. Anything further this afternoon, Mr. Mitchell?
Nothing further from defense, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, have a good afternoon. Nice
Thank
weekend.
you. You do the same, Judge.
Thank you. Who do we have next?
Number 30, Mr. Quayle, ACDC.
Okay. And tell me, position 30, is that what you said?
Yes. Number 30, Mr. Parks.
Oh, okay. And who's representing Mr. Parks?
Come on. Miss McLeod. Right.
Ms. McLeod, or you?
Daryl, I represent Mr. Parks.
Oh, okay, just wanted to make sure. Good afternoon. Parks, you've been charged in case 26 CR 0000983D with criminal trespass and damage to property and simple battery. Is your history, Mr. Howard?
27. 2025 simple assault. 08 ag battery felony obstruction conviction. Everything is older. No, this was level 3. That's all.
Thank you. Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. In this particular case, it happened February the 11th of 2026 when The officers went to 311 Scott Street Southwest, the residence of Shadrika Williams. Her name is spelled Shawdreka. She indicated that when she arrived home, she noticed him at the front door tugging on the door. As she approached, she recognized who it was. She knew him from the neighborhood. She had previously allowed him to come into the home to take a shower and things, knew that he was homeless and tried to assist him. She told him to leave this time. He refused and he hit her. She fought back and grabbed a golf club and swung it at him. After being hit, he walked away from there and went and laid on the yard. Officers came and that's where they found him at. There was some damage to the door of the home as well. So we're asking for a surety bond, $1,000 for the $1,000 for the damage to property and $2,000 for the simple battery for a $3,000 good bond. No further contact with Sharika Williams. Stay away from the 311 Scott Street. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond.
Ms. Williams is on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. Ms. McLeod, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I am asking the court to consider a signature bond at level 3 as was recommended by pretrial. My client is currently unemployed, and I think he's also residentially challenged, Your Honor, based on my discussions with him. And I think also that perhaps a social worker visit might be in order to help him because he hasn't worked, he tells me, for several years. He only has a 9th grade education. So he definitely is not in a position to pay for bond, Your Honor. So I'm asking the court to give him a signature bond at level 3.
For each charge will be a $500 good bond, makes for a total of $1,000 good bond. No further contact with Ms. Williams. Stay away from her residential address on Scott Street. I do want him to have a social worker visit to assess for a BHET and any possible housing issues. The SAP reset date, it's my understanding, is going to be February 26th. I would like for there to be a report back to me at that time regarding the social worker visit. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Parks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome.
Position 15 at ACDC.
Okay. And who's representing Ms. Java?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay, good afternoon, Ms. Java. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000964A with criminal trespass. There a history, Mr. Howard?
No. Resident of Maryland and jail was the recommendation. That's all.
Ms. Sanders Burks, good afternoon. Is this your case?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
You can proceed.
Your Honor, on the day of February the 4th at the location 315 Dessler Street, it looks like the defendant was on the Tyler Perry Studios premises when the driver and co-defendant Nicole Hopkins on May 9, 2025. They both refused to leave and they were warned by security not to return. On February the 11th, around 1:30 p.m., the suspect did return to the property and refused to leave after numerous attempts for them to do so. Both were arrested. Your Honor, based on the facts, the state is asking for a $1,000 signature bond and to stay away from the location.
Ms. McLeod, I'm inclined to give her a signature bond through the jail. Do you have any objections to that?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, as such, will be a $1,000 signature bond through the jail. Stay away from the incident location, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Ms. Job, it's going to be your responsibility to make sure that you show up for any court dates. If you do not show up and miss a court date, then a warrant will be put out for your arrest. So you make sure that if you change locations, or if that you immediately notify the court of where that you can be located. Stay in touch with the court to make sure that you don't miss a court date. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
And Your Honor, I do have one other client, but he's waived his personal appearance.
Okay, who is that?
Terrence Wilkinson, Your Honor.
What position?
37.
37. Let me go ahead and do Mr. Wilkerson so that we can release Ms. McLeod this afternoon. Mr. Wilkerson is charged in case 26 CR 0000978G with loitering and prowling and driving while license was suspended or revoked. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
Wilkinson 7, 2025 suspended license, acquiring license plate for purpose of concealing. Got a 2025 suspended license NOLO, 24 suspended license NOLO, and a couple of theft arrests from 2017. This is level 1. That's all.
Ms. Spear?
Yes, just also of note, in Tennessee, he had a fugitive from justice back in 2017. There's already a $1,000 surety per charge set in this. We would ask that it remain. And he stay away from Georgia Tech, specifically 600 Mean Street. 2 officers got a call about 2 gentlemen in a red Tesla potentially trying to break into the building as they were pulling on a secured gate. The officers saw the red Tesla and they decided to make a U-turn and try to hide in the nearby parking deck. That's the essence of what had happened, Your Honor. So we'll stand by our 1,000 surety per charge already set by the previous magistrate and the stay away.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm asking for signature bond for my client. What my client tells me is that he is a producer of music videos and short films. He says that their office is actually located in that building. He tried to explain that to the officers. He says that they were not trying to run away from the officers or anything. He says that officially their business address is in that building, and he's been working out of that building for several years. So he was just there to work, and he was not trying to do anything illegal at all, but the officers would not allow him to explain what was going on. So I'm just asking for the signature bond for my client, John, since he has no significant criminal history.
Okay, for the loitering and prowling, a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. For the suspended license, a $500 signature bond through pretrial level 1 makes for a total of a $2,500 signature bond through pretrial level 1. He is to stay away from the incident location unless that is his place of business. If it's not his place of business, then he cannot go back there. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. Well, that concludes my business before the court today. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you, Ms. McLeod. Have a good weekend.
You're welcome. Thank you. Same to you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
23, Mr. Manny.
Good afternoon, Mr. Manny. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000984E with obscured or missing license plate, no insurance, driving under the influence of alcohol, and possession of an open alcohol container. Is there a history?
No, sir.
Mr. Howard?
No, sir.
6. I got an open case out of Brooks County. State, you see the same thing?
I have open container. I have also one from 2013. He has 6 cycles in Georgia.
You
Just-
see the open case out of Brooks County? I think you were muted when you first started talking. That's why I was asking.
Yes.
Okay, so we got, because he was saying no, so I was just making sure. Yeah, Judge, we got 6. I got an open case out of Brooks County. Exploit, inflict pain on disabled or elderly person, theft by conversion, theft by taking. Got another open case. I think it's Grady County, theft by taking, theft by conversion. 2015 suspended registration, and what the state said. This was level 2. That's all.
Thank you. Ms. Evans Battle.
Yes, Your Honor. On February the 12th of 2026, white Ford 2018 was observed on Holcomb Bridge Road and Barnwell Road. It displayed a license plate that on the back of it, the officer stopped and initiated a stop with the vehicle at the intersection of Sandy Lane Drive and Cypress Point and advised that there was no license plate there, actually that was being displayed. And he stated that he recently purchased the vehicle. He appeared to be very fidgety and nervous, and so he asked him to step out of the vehicle, which he did. Once the GCIC was ran, there was nothing located as far as an active registration or insurance. He provided a breath sample. The officer had observed him to appear to have alcohol, and so he took a portable test at that particular time. Also located in the vehicle was a 12-ounce Bud Light. The bond recommendation in this case is for $250 for the license plate, $1,000 for the no insurance, $4,000 for the DUI, and the $250 for open container for $5,500 surety. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond. Cannot drive unless properly insured, licensed to do so. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Ms. Kim.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Manny is 33 years old, Your Honor, and I believe this is his first DUI. He graduated from high school 2010. He has been here in Georgia for more than 14 years, and he went to trade school for electricity, and he is currently gainfully employed at Crown Electric as a mechanic, Your Honor. We would like to request for the lowest possible bond because of other open cases. If Your Honor is not inclined to give him a signature on bond, we ask for maximum $1,000 surety bond. His wife is kind of getting ready to help out, and probably he will not drive for a while. Thank you, unless everything is all squared away.
All right, for the DUI, it will be $1,000 good bond. For the possession of an open alcohol container, a $500 good bond. For each of the other charges, a $250 good bond, makes for a total of a $2,000 good bond. No driving unless properly licensed and insured. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
Position 12, Ms. Hopkins. ACDC.
Okay. Good afternoon, Ms. Hopkins. You have been charged in case 26 CR 000963B with criminal trespass. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
First arrest, resident of Maryland as well. Jail was erect. That's all.
Thank you. Ms. Zandersburg?
One moment, Your Honor. I do apologize.
While you do that, let me make sure who's representing Ms. Hopkins this afternoon.
Your Honor, I believe this is PD Jubin Ahmad, and he is actually doing interviewing some clients at 3N because of their medical condition. So I think we should do some other clients that I represent.
Your position. Number 29, Mr. Olo Ranchala. Number 29.
Okay.
Olo Ranchala.
Good afternoon, Mr. Olo Ranchala. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000986E with battery family violence. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
I got 5. Open case out of Fulton, reckless conduct, 2 counts. It's 25 CR 005-787E. 2024 cruelty in the second arrest. 2018 DUI, it says denied, out of state. Level 2. That's it.
Thank you. Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, and I have a cruelty to children in the second degree open 24. I think it's out of our county, I believe. My on February the 12th of 2026, officers went to this was a third party call from someone indicating that there was a woman standing outside beating on the door. It was 710 South Brighton Court, which I believe is actually the defendant's address. Miss Mack, her name is Joy Mack, who is the victim in this case. Officers found her. She was covered in blood in her face due to a laceration on her forehead. She indicated that she had gone to the home in reference to getting some money. She was going through the house trying to find some money, had gone into the defendant's room. He looked at her cell phone and saw that a male party had texted her. He became angry. He took the iPhone and started hitting her with it, causing the laceration. Our recommendation is for $3,500 surety bond, no further contact with Ms. Mack, and that they have a third-party transfer the child for visitation, alcohol, drugs, and weapons while out on bond.
Thank you. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is 66 years old and he has been here in Georgia for more than 18 years, Your Honor. And he prefers to have no further violent contact. However, he has no objection to no further contact if Your Honor is not inclined to give him no further violent contact. He's a U.S. citizen from Nigeria, and he has 4 children, and 2 of them are in Georgia, and their age is 2 and 3 years old. Mr. Has master's degree and bachelor's degree for accounting. Your Honor, he owns his own business as a barber and medical assistant, transport. However, at this point, his income is not stable enough to pay for the bond. So we would like to request for the lowest possible bond. And I believe he definitely wants to have a continuous relationship with his children. Thank you.
If Ms. Joy Mack is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. As such, it will be a $5,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. No further contact with Ms. Mack. Stay away from the incident location. He can go back to that location on one occasion with law enforcement to retrieve any belongings. Third-party transfer of any minor children for visitation. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
Your Honor, that place is actually my client's place, and Miss Joey Mack does not reside there. So can we have officer verify that she does not reside there, and then he returns to his place?
It was my understanding from the warrant that she does not live there. That is his residence, not hers.
Okay. All right. So we'll take away the stay away.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Position 3, Ms. Brisco.
Good afternoon, Ms. Brisco. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000919E with criminal trespass. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
507 stalking trespass. 05 stalking conviction. This is level 1. That's all.
Thank you. Ms. Sanders Burks.
Yes, Your Honor. It looks as though the accused was trespassing and was given a criminal trespass warning. by the front desk employee on February 8th, 2026. The accused returned to the lobby of the Motel 6 on February the 8th, 2026 at approximately 22:08 hours and was then observed criminally trespassing again. Your Honor, we are asking for $1,000 signature bond and to stay away from the Motel 6 location at 1377 Virginia Avenue, East Point.
Any objection to any of that, Ms. Kim?
No objection. We would like to request for signature on by through jail, Your Honor.
She's not eligible to go through the jail, I believe, because she has a second criminal trespass.
Okay,
So
then pretrial level 1, please, Your Honor.
it will be a $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. Stay away from the Motel 6 on Virginia Avenue. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you,
Thank you.
Ms. Brisco.
Thank you very, very much.
Position 27, Ms. Mclester.
Good afternoon. Give her the opportunity to sit.
What was the last name again, please?
27 Mclester.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Ms. Mclester. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0009048 with willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, driving while your license was suspended or revoked, expired or no license plate or decal, and defective or no tag lights. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
11. I got an open shoplifting out of Gwinnett, open suspended license, and suspended registration. It's a 25 TR number. 25 TR 013307. It was bound over to state court. 2023 suspended license conviction. 21 suspended license no load. I got 2009 driving without a valid license conviction. It's level 3. That's all.
Who's presenting for the state?
Ms. Spear. Mclester.
Position 27, Ms. Spear.
I don't have that. Hold on. Yeah, I don't have that.
If you'll give me a moment, I'll look it up.
Thank you. I see that we have the interpreter on the line. Who's going to require that this afternoon?
That will be my client, Martinez Granda, Your Honor. I already interviewed her through a language line, so we can just proceed with a hearing.
Okay, and is that a female, Ms. Kim? Should be
Yes,
an
Your Honor.
ACDC? Okay, so
Yes.
just note that ACDC, that we do have the interpreter on the line whenever you're ready.
Ready for it, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. This case took place February the 10th of 2026. The officer indicated that there was a silver Ford Escape at a Chevron gas station, and there was a suspect that that was in the vehicle that was wanted for a burglary that had occurred that day. The registered owner of the vehicle was Ms. Mclester, who also had an outstanding warrant as well for burglary and theft by taking from the Atlanta Police Department. She was also, there was also another outstanding warrant or judgment for her And once they ran the inquiry, they determined that the vehicle registration had expired in January and did not have valid insurance. So once they stopped the vehicle, she immediately reversed into a parking spot, started yelling and going on. They told her to hold on for a moment. And once she exited the vehicle, she refused. She began to run on foot from the officers at the traffic stop. And based on that, she was subsequently charged. In this particular case, there is a bond amount that I recall that was set. And we would ask the court to consider surety bond in this case, $1,000 surety on the obstruction, a $1,000 driving on a suspended revoked license, $500 on the expired license plate, and $500 for the tag, and that would make for a $3,000 surety bond. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond. Ensure that she's licensed and insured before she drives. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Mclester is 40 years old and she was born and raised here in Georgia, Your Honor. She has a 3-year-old son and she is currently residing alone with her son. She has a GED, and after that, she enrolled at University of Phoenix online, and she almost is done with her bachelor's degree. She's been there for like 3.5 years. This is her last semester. And my client, Your Honor, because of car accident, there's some kind of like complex, a very difficult situation where she gets license suspended and then reinstate. We would like to request for a signature on bond if it's possible. If Your Honor is not inclined to give her a signature on bond, we ask for the maximum $1,000 surety bond for total 1, 2, 3, 4 misdemeanor cases, Your Honor.
Okay, for the driving while license was suspended will be $1,000 good bond. For the obstruction, $500 good bond. For each of the other charges, a $250 good bond makes for a total of a $2,000 good bond. No driving without a valid license, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
And next we got add-on 3, Mr. Williams.
We have 2 Mr. Williams. Which one?
Jordan Williams.
This is your case, Ms.
Yes,
Kim?
Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Williams. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000972G with hit and run and driving while your license was suspended or revoked. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
12 on probation for forgery. Got an open suspended license. It says driving while license suspended or revoked, fourth or subsequent offense within 5 years. On probation, participation in criminal street gang, possession of a firearm by a first offender probationer. On parole for ag assault. 2025 probation violation, 23 failed to appear. 23 suspended license no low. 2018 suspended license no low. He had a parole hold too, I think. That's all.
Thank you. Ms. Pear?
Yes, Your Honor. I do show he did have a felony driving while license suspended. 1, 2. I do only show 3 driving on the suspended license. He has an FTA in 2023, a parole violation this year, and 2 probation violations last year. Essentially what happened is the victim called saying that there was an accident and that the other vehicle had fled the scene. It was a T-bone type incident. After the defendant driver, T-boned Mr. Arata, the victim, He said, I got to get the F out of here. And then was picked up by a female later identified as a Samara Pear. And then fled the scene. The victim was able to record a video of said defendant, accomplice, and vehicle fleeing the scene. We are asking for a $2,000 surety. That's $1,000 per charge. Obviously, no driving until he gets this straightened out. No further contact with the victim. Emeterio Aratia, Arratia. We did speak with the victim. He said his vehicle had to be totaled, but insurance was able to cover most of the expenses. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond. Thank you.
Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Jordan Williams. He is 28 years old. He was born in South Carolina. However, he has been here in Georgia for 23 years. He has a 10 years old son, and he is currently residing with his mother of child and his son. He does have a very good address. He's not a flight risk. He graduated from high school. After that, he has been studying for audio engineering, and he's currently gainfully employed as a solar project manager, Your Honor. He believes, actually, he has a driver's license with him. Can you kind of show it is not suspended, Your Honor? It is effective. He believes that there was a huge mistake in terms of ID. He was not even driving at the time. He denies the allegation. He does have his driver's license that is not suspended. It must have been confused with somebody else. And we ask for signature on bond through pretrial level 1. Thank you.
That might be a convincing argument, Ms. Kim, if he didn't have 4 other suspended license charges in the past, but for this, it'll be $1,000 good bond per charge, makes for a total of a $2,000 good bond. No driving without a valid license, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
Position 26, Ms. Martinez.
Okay, let's see. Madam Interpreter, are you on the line with me? See ya. She must have stepped away for a moment. Can we go to somebody in courtroom 2 and come back to Ms. Martinez when Ms. Lucia is with us? Oh, here she is.
Your
Here she
Honor, I'm
is.
so sorry. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm
No
here.
worries. No worries. If you can raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm that you will translate from English to Spanish, Spanish to English to the best of your ability?
I do.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Ms. Martinez. You have been charged in case 26 CR 000960C with 3 counts of reckless conduct.
Buenas tardes, señora Martínez. Usted ha sido acusada en el caso 26 CR 000960C con 3 cargos de conducta temeraria.
Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
Y el juez pregunta su historial.
For 2020 stalking arrest.
Tiene 4 cosas antes. En el 2020, un arresto.
2019 driving without a valid license conviction.
En el 2019, manejar con licencia sin conducir, encontrada culpable.
2018 driving without a valid license, NOLO.
En el 2018, manejar sin licencia de conducir y se declaró nulo.
I didn't see a PSA listed, so I don't know the level. State, did you see the bench warrant for stalking?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that's all, Judge.
Eso es todo, incluyendo, me parece que tiene una orden de captura también emitida por un juez.
Pear.
Yes, Your Honor. Defendant was pulled over for a burned out headlight. Her husband was in the car while they were running her information. That is when the FTA warrant Populated.
La fiscal indica que se le paró, un agente de policía le detuvo por una luz del carro rota y ahí cuando estaban viendo su historial notaron que existía la orden de captura por acoso.
Her husband did not possess a valid driver's license, so he was unable to take the vehicle after her arrest.
Su esposo no tenía una licencia de conducir válida, por eso él no pudo llevarse el vehículo después de su arresto.
The officers asked how far they were from their home.
Los agentes de policía preguntaron qué tan lejos estaban de la casa.
They did have a 2-year-old identified as HM with them.
Tenían una criatura, un bebé de 2 años de edad, identificado como HM con ustedes.
So while they were investigating how far they were from the home, they found out that there were 3 other children still at the home.
Mientras estaban investigando qué tan lejos estaban de la casa, se dieron cuenta que habían 3 otros hijos, niños, niñas en la casa.
3-year-old MM, 6-year-old LM, and 8-year-old LM.
De 3 años de edad, MM, de 6 años de edad, LM, y de 8 años de edad, LM.
The state is asking $1,000 surety per charge based on the FTA that was that warrant issued, causing her arrest.
La fiscalía está pidiendo un bono de fianza asegurado de $1,000 por cada una de las acusaciones.
We are asking for parenting classes and compliance with any defects plan, although we are uncertain if defects was involved at this time. The warrant just simply ends with them identifying the children.
Nosotros estamos pidiendo que tome clase para padres y también que cumplan con cualquier orden de la Oficina del Gobierno de Protección a Menores, si es que está envuelta.
No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond.
No usar drogas, alcohol o poseer armas mientras está bajo fianza.
Kim?
Yes, Miss Martinez Randa is 27 years young, and she has been here in Georgia ever since 2016.
Ahora su abogada defensora indica que la señora Martínez Granda tiene 27 años de edad, ha estado aquí en el estado de Georgia desde el 2016.
The baby father, Mr. Alexander, is not a legal husband. They are just together dating.
El papá del bebé no es su esposo de forma legal, bajo la ley. Alexander, solamente están juntos.
She is a single mom of 4 minor children.
Ella es mamá soltera de 4 hijos menores de edad.
And the youngest one actually is diagnosed with autism, so they have to go to a lot of different medical therapy and lots of medical appointments.
El menor tiene autismo y tienen que ir a varias citas médicas y a varias citas por eso.
They are actually living at current address with which is in uncle's name.
Actualmente la dirección en la que viven está bajo el nombre del tío.
She tried to go to Roswell College for a GED, but she has not been able to complete because she does have 4 minor children that she has to take care of.
Ha intentado de ir a Roswell College para sacar su equivalente de la secundaria, de la preparatoria, pero no ha podido por tener que cuidar pues a 4 menores.
Kids were born here in U.S., so they are U.S. citizens.
Todos nacieron aquí en los Estados Unidos, son ciudadanos americanos.
My client has been suffering from grieving the loss of her mother, who passed away only 3 months ago.
Y mi clienta ha estado pues de luto casi triste por la muerte de su mamá que acaba de fallecer hace 3 meses antes.
We would like to request for a signature on bond through pretrial.
Quisiéramos pedir un bono de fianza únicamente bajo la firma, bajo su firma, por parte de la oficina anterior al juicio de la cárcel.
She makes a little money from cleaning houses, but it's not enough for any bond payment.
Ella gana dinero un poco limpiando casas, pero no es suficiente para cualquier pago de fianza.
Nothing further from defense.
For each charge will be a $500 good bond, makes for a total of a $1,500 good bond.
Por cada acusación, el fallo del juez es una fianza asegurada de $500, $1,500 en total por las 3 acusaciones.
Reparenting classes,
Tiene que ir a clases de cómo ser padre,
drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond.
no drogas, alcohol o armas mientras está bajo fianza.
Good luck, ma'am.
Buena suerte, señora.
And Madam, do we need Madam Interpreter for any other cases this afternoon?
Not for my client, Your Honor. I believe
Okay.
that.
All right, thank you. Ms. Lucia, we appreciate your help this afternoon. Have a good weekend.
You're welcome, Your Honor. You as well. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
All right, next we have 39, Mr. Woods.
Good afternoon, Mr. Woods. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000975C with criminal trespass and willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
On probation. Criminal trespass. It's 25 CR 006-355C. Also on probation, trespass, 25 CR 007-200C. Got an open aggravated harassment out of New York City. Open shoplifting out of Fulton, open the cab, loitering problem. Another open the cab case for trespass. 2023 reckless conduct trespass conviction. This is level 3. That's all.
Thank you. Ms. Spear?
Yes, Your Honor, I do show that the criminal trespasses were from October last year, November last year, and January of this year. MARTA is one of them, APT are the other two. At any event, he had been trespassed February 9th from the Lenox Mall at 3393 Peachtree Road. He came back. He was walking towards the food court through the parking deck. So the officer stopped him and said, "Hey, you know you're not supposed to be here." He threw an object of some kind at the officer and ended up being tased. There's a $1,500 surety for the criminal trespass and a $2,000 for the obstruction. Both sureties already set by the previous magistrate, so we would ask that remain. Stay away from Lenox Mall at 3393 Peachtree Road, and it sounds like we need a social worker visit. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond.
Thank you. Ms. Kim?
Yes, I already requested social worker to have a visit with him for housing resources and BHET. Your Honor, he is 30 years old, graduated from high school 2013. He has been residentially challenged. I think that's why he has a criminal trespass. We would like to request for the lowest possible bond. He's not going to be able to afford any kind of bond. He's not employed. And signature on bond through jail is something that we would like to request for. If Your Honor is not inclined to give him a signature on bond because of his history, we ask for a maximum $1,000 surety bond for both charges.
All right, each charge will be a $500 good bond, makes for a total of a $1,000 good bond. Stay away from Lenox Mall, a social worker visit to assess for BHET and housing, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Woods.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Afternoon, Officer Melton.
Before you is position 12, Ms. Hopkins.
Thank you. Good afternoon. And is Mr. Abraham Ahmed ready for the court? This is your case.
Is it
This is your, yeah, this is your case this afternoon?
I believe so. I missed the name.
Oh,
Apologies.
it's no problem. Position number 12, Ms. Hopkins.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, Ms. Hopkins. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000963B with criminal trespass. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
No. Resident of Maryland jail was the recommendation. That's it.
Ms. Sanders Burks?
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant and her passenger, Sarah Haba, was warned on May 9th, 2025, not to return to the Tyler Pear studio premises by security. It's like it's the same facts from the what is that, position 15, Your Honor. As such, the state is asking for $1,000 signature bond and to stay away from that location, the Tyler Perry Studios, located at 315 Mclester. I hope I'm saying the right street in Atlanta.
Right, it's my inclination, Mr. Abraham Ahmed, to give her $1,000 signature bond through the jail. Do you have any objection to that?
No objections to the signature bond.
Okay, also stay away from Tyler Perry Studios, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. As I advise the other young lady, Ms. Hopkins, it's going to be your responsibility to make sure that you don't miss any court dates. So if you change address or anything of that nature, you need to make sure that you stay in touch with the court so that you don't miss your next court date. Good luck to you, ma'am.
All right, 28, Ms. Miles.
Good afternoon, Ms. Miles. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000949B with simple battery family violence. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
4. 2018 driving without a valid license. Driving while license suspended. 2018 DUI, 2014 disorderly conduct conviction. It's level 1. That's all.
Thank you. Ms. Spear?
Yes, Your Honor. This is between two sisters, the defendant and a Miss, I'm going to say this wrong, Mykyra Schoolfield, Mykiirah. Apparently they live together. The defendant accuses the victim of hitting her son and then basically attempting to throw her out. The officers came, they said, "What happened?" She said, "Yeah, I hit her and I told her to go for a walk because she hit my son." We are asking for a $2,000 surety for anger awareness courses. Is this between sisters and not intimate partner violence? No further violent contact with her sister, Mykyra Schoolfield. I'm not asking for a stay away as I'm uncertain as to who actually owns the place or who is on the lease for where they stay. And we have not been able to reach Miss Schoolfield. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond.
Wishes to address the court now. Your opportunity. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor, Ms. Miles is 30 years old. She moved from Maryland about 15 years ago. She does have 2 children, and right now she is 5 weeks pregnant, expecting a baby very soon. I really want her to be out of the jail today. She graduated from high school 2014. After that, she went to Okogie Technology College for certification. It's like a trade school. She got medical assistance, trade school education, and right now she's working at clinic. Your Honor, she's not qualified for public defender services, and yet for the purpose of the bond hearing, I'll be representing her today. And that place incident location is actually my client's place. She is the one whose name is on the lease, and the sister has actually intellectual disability, so she has no other place to go. Not my client, but her sister, and we don't want my client does not want to file an eviction against her own sister, so we would like to request for no further violent contact.
Okay, will be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further violent contact with Ms. Schofield. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Next is position 16, Ms. Johnson.
Good afternoon, Ms. Johnson. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000966E with simple battery family violence.
Hello.
It's your history, Mr. Howard.
It's Courtney.
I got 9 total. No, I'm sorry. This is number 16. I got first arrest.
You read.
Thank you.
This is 16, correct?
Yes.
We gotta come back to her though. Mr. Pear was not ready for them yet. But we go to number 28, Miss 32, Miss Robinson though.
Okay, so, yeah, so I'm gonna try to read family violence or something.
Good afternoon, Ms. Robinson. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000976J with simple assault, family violence, and terroristic threats and acts. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
Second, 2009 DUI conviction. This is level 1. That's all.
Oh, you're on the Zoom.
Oh,
Is
you
Pear-
don't, I'm sorry. Oh, never mind. I show an open warrant for South Fulton PD, but it could be this case, I'm not sure. In this is a brother-sister case, Your Honor. Michael Robinson and his son Jalen live with their sister. A verbal argument became a physical argument. The son, Jalen, had to restrain his aunt from attacking his father. There were some words exchanged.
Right. Well, I'll see.
Defendant's boyfriend showed up with a baseball bat. In short, the mother, who also lives there, called to tell them that the boyfriend is no longer allowed over there. Lots of bad words were exchanged. The long and short of it is we're asking for a $2,000 surety for anger awareness, as it's not intimate partner violence. No further contact with Michael and Jalen Robinson. Stay away from 7035 Hania, Hania Drive, and a BHET. I just want to double check that my recommendation were part of when we talked to the victim. Yes, that was what he requested. No further contact, I believe. Hold on. No, I'm wrong. We weren't able to reach Michael Robinson. My apologies. So we are asking for the stay away and the no further contact, as that is our default when we can't reach them.
Thank you, Ms. Kim.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Robinson is 43 years old. She was born and raised here in Georgia. She does have 2 minor children, 6 years old and 16 years old. Your Honor, she has a master's degree from Georgia University. She does have a certification and license as a teacher. She had a bachelor's degree from West Georgia. Right now, she is employed as a government employee, and she's not qualified for public defender services. And my client believes that this is fabricated by Mr. Brother. That place, the incident location is actually their mother's address, and that's mother's house. And brother has been residing there for about a year, and I believe that brother is doing this so he does not get evicted. My client is actually a caregiver for his mother who had 2 strokes recently, so it's very hard for her to answer the phone or do things. So it's my client who's taking care of her. We would like to request for a signature on bond and no further violent contact, so that way she can still take care of her mother.
If Michael or Jalen Robinson is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Okay, for each charge will be $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1, makes for a total of a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. At this point in time, there will be no further contact with either Michael or Jalen Robinson, which necessarily means, Ms. Kim, if Mr. Robinson, if either of them are at that incident location, that she cannot be there. So at this point in time, no, there's a stay away from the incident location, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. If necessary, she doesn't live at that location, is what you're telling me, Ms. Kim. Is that correct?
I believe so, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck to you, Ms. Robinson.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm gonna add on one, Ms. Pettis.
Good afternoon, Ms. Pettis. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000989G with battery family violence. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
No, level 1.
Thank you. Ms. Spear?
Yes, Your Honor. On Thursday, yesterday, February 12th, at 925, Jermaine, I hope I said that right, man, had called the police saying that he had been attacked by his girlfriend over the relationship ending. He claims, and it is supported by evidence, that she jumped on his back and began punching and scratching him. He did have scratches along his face, his ear, etc., etc. He was able to push her off. The two were broken up by a third party who was not on the scene. We did speak to the victim. He did say he confirmed everything in the warrant and said he wants her to get her stuff and leave the home. He is debating on getting a TPO. He wants no further contact and to stay away from his address. That's the incident address, 925 Canterbury Road. And his mother's address on Rangel Trail in Hampton. If she is allowed a one-time police escort, he says that she needs to come with a U-Haul for the larger remaining items. In addition to the no further contact and stay away, we are asking for a $2,000 surety. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond.
Mr. Jermaine is on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this Mr. Mann?
This is me.
Actually, that's pretty.
I'm sorry. Who's
This
who's
is why we
addressing it?
got the call.
I'm sorry,
This
ma'am. You need to identify yourself for the court.
I don't need to. You tell me my.
Okay, take them off of this Zoom call, please. I don't know who this is, and they're being disrespectful. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Pettis is 24 years young, and she does not have any child. She does have an associate degree, and she's gainfully employed at J. Crow. However, her income is low enough that she's qualified for public defender services. And Your Honor, she has been a victim of multi-instance of domestic violence by Mr. Jamie and Man. And my client does suffer from battered women syndrome. This happened, and she actually claims the self-defense, Your Honor. She moved out from that location. She does not want to have any contact with him. So we have no objection to stay away and no contact. We just have to go and get whole things from that apartment with a one-time law enforcement officer. And it is right. You need U-Haul because everything in that apartment is actually belong to my client. He did not contribute anything there. But anyway, Your Honor, we would like to request for signature on bond because this is her first arrest. Thank you.
A $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further contact with Mr. Mann. Stay away from the Canterbury Road address. She can go back to that address on one occasion with law enforcement to retrieve any belongings, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we go to number 1, Ms. Beckley.
Got it. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Ms. Beckley. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000959G with simple battery family violence. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
Second. Last arrest was in 1981. It's level 1. So
Ms. Sanders Burks?
And yes, Your Honor, in this case, the defendant struck the victim, her brother, Kenneth George, in the face with a mop during a dispute about a person he let inside their home. Both parties reside together. When cops arrived, the witness named Fulford to cops advised that he observed what he observed and how the defendant struck her brother in the face. Your Honor, based on the facts, we are asking for a $2,000 surety bond, no further contact with the victim, or if we can't do no further contact, at least no further violent contact with the victim, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. And also do a stay away from the 1402 Vesta Terrence East Point.
If Mr. Kenneth George is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. Mr. Abraham Ahmed?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Beckley is 63 years old. As to her education, she has basis from 2 trade schools, Atlanta Technical College and the Culinary Arts School as well. Where I think at Atlanta Tech, she actually learned cosmetology, if I'm saying that right. Yep, there you go. As to her career, she was a CNA, certified nursing assistant. But recently she's been on disability for chronic arthritis specifically. She actually just had back surgery, as you can see, just about 8 days ago. So she's been recovering from that, Your Honor. She's a lifelong Georgia resident. All of her family is here as well. Her address is where the alleged incident took place. However, the alleged victim does not live there by any means. He actually moved out last August, so there's no reason for a stay away, Your Honor, at least from our request. She's been living there for about 25 years, and it's her own house that she owns. As to bond, Your Honor, we would be requesting a signature bond, no further violent contact, and no stay away. She is the caregiver for Mr. Kenneth George. That is her brother. Once again, she's the caregiver for him because he is bipolar and paranoid schizophrenic. As to the situation, he just gotten a phone, and it ended up in him just calling to report 911 for essentially nothing, Your Honor. She gives a lot. Family is very important to her. She told me in her own words, whoever comes over to her house, they're going to be fed, they're going to be taken care of. And she was taking care of Mr. Kenneth George when unfortunately this was fabricated, Your Honor. So for those reasons, we'd just be asking for a signature bond.
A $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further violent contact with Mr. George. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Petition 16, Ms. Johnson.
What's Johnson?
Good afternoon, Ms. Johnson. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000966E with simple battery family violence. It's my understanding that this is Ms. Johnson's first arrest. Is that right, Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Spear?
This is Courtney Johnson.
No, Joquithia Johnson.
Oh, okay.
position
I have
16.
Courtney.
And who has position 16, Ms. Joquithia Johnson.
I have her, Your Honor. Your Honor, it looks like officers were dispatched to the residence due to domestic violence. They spoke with the victim, Destiny Reese, and her mother, Jamie Keaton, about a physical dispute. The mother stated that the defendant and her daughter do live together and got into a verbal dispute over a hairstyle that the defendant gave Ms. Reese. It escalated and the defendant threatened to kill Ms. Reese. The mother advised her daughter to leave the residence. As they got inside the car, the defendant came outside, continued to yell at the victim, attempted to slap her through her car door, then reached inside and placed one hand around the victim's neck in an attempt to choke her. The victim did not report difficulty breathing or any visible injuries at that time. The mother and daughter left in fear for their safety. Your Honor, based on the facts that we see here, we are asking for a $2,000 surety bond to stay away and no further contact with the victims and to stay away from the address 7699 Birds View Drive in Fairborn.
Ms. Reese, I see you on the line. If you would like to address the court, now is your opportunity. You certainly don't have to, but if you would like to, I will need for you to unmute yourself, activate your camera for me.
Okay, so she
Hold
threatened me
on,
3 times.
Ms. Reese, again, activate your camera for me
Oh,
first.
okay.
Okay?
Oh, wait. So she threatened
Okay,
me
wait,
3
wait,
times.
wait. Hold on. Raise your right hand for me.
Oh, okay.
Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I swear.
Okay, thank you. You can place your hand down. Now, what would you like to tell the court?
So she's threatened me 3 times, and this was the first time she's acted on it, and I just don't feel safe around her.
Okay, and Ms. Reese, who are you to Ms. Johnson?
Her cousin.
All right, and you live at the Birds View Drive address?
Not anymore.
Okay, all right. Anything further, ma'am?
No.
All right, thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mr. Abraham Ahmed?
Yes, Your Honor. As to Ms. Lakeithia Johnson, 49 years old. She has her education, specifically her bachelor's degree in management info systems. She works at Delta HR. She's been in that position for about 5 years now. She's been in Georgia for just about 2 decades. As to her community involvement in ties, she volunteers at the Boys and Girls Club quite consistently and for quite a while. As to any children, she has a 30-year-old son. Her address is the alleged incident location. However, like Ms. Reese just said, the alleged victim does not live there. It's a good address. Of course, she can get her own mail there. It's her home that she owns. As to bond, Your Honor, we would simply be asking for a signature bond or as low as possible. Ms. Johnson has denied the allegations and communicated to me that she believes and suspects this to be retaliation from essentially telling Ms. Reese no when it came to a couple of things of living in the house. We would also defer to the suggested release level of UJR per the pretrial reports, Your Honor.
Okay, will be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further contact with Ms. Reese. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Now we're 17, Ms. Johnson, Courtney Johnson.
Okay. Good afternoon, Ms. Johnson. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000977D with simple battery family violence. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
9th, 2025 obstruction, 23 disorderly conduct, 22 probation. 22 battery conviction, 21 trespass obstruction conviction, 2019 probation. It's level 1. That's it.
Ms. Spear?
Yes, Your Honor. Essentially, this was an argument. It started as an argument between roommates. There's actually 3 of them, but there was talking back and forth about the general living area being dirty and perhaps the defendant being dirty. It's unclear from the warrant. Then it escalated into a physical fight lasting approximately 2 to 5 minutes. In short, we're asking for a $2,000 surety based on the history for anger awareness, as this is not intimate partner violence. No further violent contact with the victim, Rosalind, Rosalynd Hood. We were unable to reach her. I'm unsure of who exactly is on the lease, so I'm not asking for a stay away at this time. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond.
Abraham?
Yes, Your Honor. Courtney Johnson is 26 years old. She has, as to her education, her high school diploma, and she's also in college right now. She has about 3 years left for specifically pursuing her bachelor's in business administration. As to her work, she's in between jobs, but of course, she is a full-time student. She's been in Georgia for about 20 years now. She has most of her immediate family here in Georgia as well. For her community involvement, she has been volunteering for food banks in the local area every Wednesday, actually, for quite a while. The address that she does stay at is the alleged incident location, and we appreciate the Solicitor General is not requesting a stay away. As to the bond, Your Honor, we would request a signature bond. We understand what was said. However, we request signature bond, no further violent contact, no stay away. The reason this even arises or has arisen, Your Honor, is because the alleged victim overheard the defendant and the other roommate in the defendant's room behind a closed bedroom door complaining about the hygiene of the living situation, not cleaning up dishes, and things of that nature behind the bedroom door. And then the alleged victim knocked on the door, basically burst through the door, lunged at the defendant, Ms. Johnson, and hit her with a closed fist. So this is what that arises from, Your Honor. For those reasons, we would simply request a signature bond, no stay away, and no further violent contact.
It will be a $5,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2, no further violent contact with the alleged victim, 4 anger awareness classes, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Ms. Johnson.
Next is position 18, Ms. Jones.
Good afternoon, Ms. Jones. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000980F with battery family violence. Your history, Mr. Howard?
3rd, 2015 shoplifting PTI. It was dismissed. 2013 sale of marijuana, level 1. That's it.
Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. And this case happened February 12th of 2026 and at 445 Belgrade Place in reference to a dispute with weapons was the call that the officers received. Once they arrived on scene, they identified Eureka Jones and another male with a laceration on his face, identified as Larry Wilson. It appeared that they had got into a disagreement in reference to his son staying at the home. He indicated that she attempted to strike him multiple times, making contact with him on the left side of his face, which caused the laceration. The bond recommendation in this particular case is for a $3,000 surety bond. No further contact with Mr. Wilson at this time. Stay away from the 445 Belgrade Place. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond.
Thank you. Down the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Mr. Abraham Ahmed.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Eureka Jones is 30 years old. She has, as to work, she currently has been working at her, I believe her son's daycare for about 2 years now. But before that, she was working in Atlanta Public Schools as both custodian and maintenance for about 5 years. As to her ties with the state of Georgia, she's been here since she's 12 years old. So she has a good bit of family here, some of her family, including her mother. She has 4 children. She has an 11-year-old daughter, a 10-year-old daughter, 6-year-old daughter, and then a 1-year-old son. All of them live with Ms. Jones. The latter half of the 6-year-old daughter and the 1-year-old son, she also shares with Mr. Wilson, the alleged victim. As to the address, she does live where the alleged incident took place. However, the alleged victim does not live there. He has since moved out. And further, Your Honor, the house is in her name as well. For bond, Your Honor, we would be asking for a signature bond. We're actually absolutely okay with no further contact. And Ms. Jones indicated to me that she would be seeking actually a temporary protective order at CPO. And we would just request no stay away, as once again, the alleged victim does not live there. Your Honor, the alleged victim, just in this incident in the police report, it mentions that the alleged victim swung at her. Fortunately, I guess he missed her, but this isn't the first time he's attacked her. The client defendant, Ms. Jones, has been beaten black and blue by Mr. Wilson multiple times before, which has been reported. So for those reasons, Your Honor, and for the UJR release recommendation, we would just request a signature bond.
Thank you. Will be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further contact with Mr. Wilson. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Ms. Jones.
Number 19, Ms. Jordan.
Good afternoon, Ms. Jordan. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000982Y with pedestrian darting out in of traffic, pedestrian soliciting rides or business, pedestrian under the influence, and simple battery against a police officer. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
6. Resident of Alabama. Got an open case out of Clayton County for shoplifting. Open case out of Montgomery, intoxication, well, public intoxication. Theft of property, 2nd degree, domestic violence, 2nd degree assault, and another domestic violence, second degree assault. This is level 2. That's all.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Battle?
Yes, and in this particular case, she was found what they call twerking in front of cars on the public roadway. Once the officers went to try to stop her, she even asked the officer for a ride as well. And she was, they could smell the alcohol on her. She was not cooperative with the officers, and she actually hit one of the officers as well. Our bond recommendation, I do see one case in Alabama is an open domestic assault case. So our bond recommendation is for a surety bond in consideration of the number of cases she has open. It would be $2,000 for the battery on a police officer and $600 each for the other charges, which makes for the $3,800. We ask that there be no further alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Abraham Ahmed?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Jordan is 28 years old. She has her high school diploma and about halfway through college. She was pursuing a degree in psychology, bachelor's specifically. As to her ties to Georgia, she's been here for about a year. As mentioned, she is originally from Montgomery, Alabama. For her community involvement, she does volunteer at food banks, churches, and even just picking up trash in her community, Your Honor. As to her address, she is currently unhoused. However, we are putting her in touch with one of our social workers. And as to bond, Your Honor, because of the financial stresses that Ms. Jordan is currently undergoing, we would request bond to be signature bond, and if that's not applicable, we would just simply request it to be as low as possible.
And for each charge will be a $250 good bond, makes for a total of $1,000 good bond. I'd like her to have a social worker visit to assess for BHET and any housing needs, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, number 6, Mr. Edward. There you go.
Good afternoon, Mr. Edwards. You're charged in case 26 CR 0000973J with battery family violence, hindering the person making an emergency telephone call, and cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
I got first state. What do you have?
Yes, I have an Alabama history
Okay,
on him.
Judge. Based on what I had, it looked kind of sketchy, so I'm gonna defer to the state.
Okay.
But I have 2 violation of probations in 2012. He has an FTA from 2003. Has a burglary, damage to property, also from 22 and 23. He has a couple of cases of domestic assault and possession of liquor by a minor. And I understand that those are longer than 10 years ago, but those are the charges that I have for him. This case happened back in November of 2025 at 1871 Plaza Lane Southwest. There was a call in reference to a dispute between the parties, being Mr. Kevin Edwards and his wife, Doretha Edwards, and speaking with the victim and speaking with the victims. She indicated that her ex-husband was at his home and she was there with their son for a visitation. An argument ensued between the parties in reference to their getting back together. And at the time, she was actually holding their son in her arms. Miss Edwards indicated that he grabbed her and started punching her. And at the same time, she couldn't defend herself because she was trying to keep her son out of harm's way. She fell to the floor while holding the child, and he sat in her chest, causing her to temporarily lose her breath and continued to hit her. He took her cell phone from her so that she would not call the police or a family member for assistance as well. She was leaving out of the residence and he slammed the door on her hand, causing it to be injured, and it was swollen and bleeding when the officers arrived. Our recommendation is for surety bond. It would be $3,000 on the battery, $1,000 on the cruelty to the children, and $1,500 on the hindering a 911 call, for a total bond recommendation of $5,500. Have no further contact with Doretha Edwards. I put for the violent contact with Benjamin, with the child, through a third-party supervised visits. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond. I believe earlier I saw Miss Edwards on the Zoom call. I'm not sure if she is still here.
Okay, if Mr. Doretha Edwards is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Thanks, Ms. Evans battle. Mr. Abraham Ahmed.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Edwards is 43 years old. He has about half of his college, and he's actually pursuing criminal justice. As to his work, he is in the process of actually getting a job now, but he's doesn't have it yet. Specifically, it's working at Brighter Days, which does vending at Brave Stadium. But he keeps himself busy by volunteering for his community, specifically at Grace Community Church. He's been doing that for about 9 years, so just shy of a decade, which actually helps out in giving out job resources, supplying food, so acting in food distribution, as well as distributing housing resources and connecting people who are unhoused, Your Honor. He's been in Georgia for about 12 years. He has some of his family here. As to his kids, he has 3 kids. He has a 23-year-old son who lives with him. That son is special needs. Mr. Edwards actually is the one who gives the medication to his special needs son. So it's one of the main reasons he needs to get out, Your Honor. As to his next son, he is 18 months old. And as to his last child, it is a 5-year-old, daughter. To the address, Your Honor, it is.
You know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Go ahead. It was someone on the line interrupted. I apologize.
No,
Go ahead.
Your Honor. As to the address, it was indicated to me that the alleged victim does not live there, and it is solely Mr. Kevin Edwards' name on the lease for that address. Of course, a good address where you can reliably receive mail. For bond, Your Honor, deferring to the pretrial report recommendation of UJR, we would request a signature bond. We would also request no stay away. And considering once again that financial stress of being in between jobs, and also the need to, give the medication to a special needs son, we would just request signature bond for those reasons, Your Honor.
And for the battery, will be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. For each of the other charges, a $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. Makes for a total of a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further contact with Ms. Edwards. Third-party transfer of any minor children for visitation. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
14, Mr. Jackson.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jackson. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000965D with battery, family violence, and criminal trespass and damage to property. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
14. Got a 2025 theft by receiving. 4 counts of possession or display use of identification of another without consent. That's DeKalb County. 2019 fade to appear. 2016 shoplifting Olo. 13 simple battery, criminal damage in the second first offender. This was level 2. That's all.
Thank you. Ms. Evans Battle.
Yes, Your Honor. Officers responded to the call on February the 11th of 2026 at 1001 Garden View Drive, Northeast Atlanta. It appeared that the victim is Accusations Ali, AKHLAS Ali, ran up to the patrol car, was crying and advising that she needed help. She said that she'd been assaulted by her boyfriend, Mr. Daquan Jackson. She rolled up her sleeves, were able to still show the officer multiple scratches and bruises on her left arm. Stated that she was in bed and he came out of nowhere and started to attack her because she was on the phone. A neighbor who lived below the couple stated that they could hear her screaming and that she was asking him to stop. They heard loud thumping against the floor. The officers, before she even saw the officers, she had ran out of the apartment gate to a nearby gas station, attempting to call 911 because Mr. Jackson had taken one of her phones and broke the screen on the other. In this particular case too, I want, before I give a bond recommendation, to know, as part of determining whether or not he's a risk of flight as well as a risk of intimidating witness. In this particular case, there are jail calls in which he asked her, why did she do this? Even though she explained that she was explaining to him that she didn't, that there was a neighbor that became involved in the situation, heard what was going on as well, and reported to the officers what was going on. And he also was telling her that that this, and she was explaining to him that this was not the first time in which they had had a situation in which he had laid his hands on her. And she indicated that this relationship was over with, and he refused to apologize. And then she was telling him about he had broken the phone and all of that was going on. There were actually a total of 5 calls. His mother got on the phone as well and indicated, it was repeatedly telling him that he should not be putting his hands on anyone. And he claimed that she was only listening to the victim's side of the story, but he continued to call her. So our concern is for her safety, and I'm not sure if she is even on the line, but our bond recommendation in this particular case is for a $2,000 surety. As for the criminal trespass, for the simple battery, we're asking for a $3,500 surety. So it's a $5,500 surety bond. We are asking for, in this case, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, no firearms. She's to have no contact with the victim and stay away from the location. I'm sorry, he is to have no contact with her and stay away from the location. Thank you.
Ms. Ali, I see you on the line. If you would like to address the court, now is your opportunity. I'll need for you to activate your camera for me if you choose to, and I'll have to swear you in.
Who?
Ms. Ali, if you would like to address the court, now is your opportunity. Are you able to hear me, Ms. Ali? Ms. Ali, can you hear us? I'll give her an opportunity to get her, if she chooses to address the court, to figure out how that's working. Yes, Mr. Abraham Ahmed.
Yes, Your Honor. As to Mr. Daquan Jackson, he is 30 years old. He has his high school diploma. For work, he's a driver for Amazon just recently, but before that, he was a driver of box trucks for a freight company. And before that, he was a certified forklift driver for a warehouse. He's been in Georgia his entire life, including Atlanta. He has all of his family here. He has 4 children, 4-year-old daughter, 7-year-old daughter, 8-year-old daughter, and a 13-year-old daughter. For his address, it is the alleged incident location. However, the alleged victim does not live there, as indicated to me by Mr. Jackson. His name is on the lease as well for that address. Of course, a good address where he can reliably receive mail. For bond, Your Honor, we would request signature bond, and if not applicable, we would request it to be as low as possible. The financial stress is, of course, Mr. Jackson just starting up his new job. We would also request no further violent contact and no stay away. As to the allegations, Mr. Jackson has denied the allegations. Also stated to me that that was not her phone, or it wasn't even broke, and it was not broken that night either. So for those reasons, Your Honor, we would request a signature bond, and if not, as low as possible.
All right, for the battery will be a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. For the criminal damage to property, $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. Makes for a total of a $5,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. No further contact with Miss Ali. He can have a one-time escort to the Garden View Drive address. If in fact Miss Ali does not live there, he can reside there. If she is living there, he'll have to gather his belongings and find somewhere else to live in the meantime. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, we would just request one last time for the sounding of Miss Ali. I'm not sure if she left the Zoom.
I don't see her on the Zoom at this point. Miss Ali did rejoin us. It's your opportunity to address the court.
Hello,
Is this Miss Ali?
this is she.
Okay, if you'd like to address the court, I'll need for you to come on camera for me.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Raise your right hand for me. The other hand, I believe, is your right hand.
Oh, sorry.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I swear.
Okay, you can place your hand down. What would you like to tell the court, ma'am?
What were his charges again?
Do you live at the Garden View Drive address,
I do.
Miss Ali? You live there?
Yes.
Okay, and regardless of what the charges are, do you have anything to tell the court regarding Mr. Jackson? He's charged with battery, family violence, and criminal trespass and damage to property.
Yes. About the criminal trespassing part, he's not criminal trespassing because he lives there as well.
Tell me about the battery.
It was just more of a argument.
Has this happened before?
Not many times.
Okay, thank you for being here, ma'am. My bond order stays, Mr. Abraham Ahmed, except that he can have that one-time escort to gather his belongings.
Alrighty.
All right, good luck to you both.
Number 2, Mr. Blankenship.
Say it again.
Number
Say
2.
it one more. Oh, okay, thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Blankenship. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000958G with battery family violence and simple battery family violence. To your history, Mr. Howard?
2016 driving while impaired. 14 DUI conviction. 14 public intoxication, theft of property. This was level 2. That's all.
Thank you. Ms. Sanders Burks?
Yes, Your Honor. In this case here, it looks like the officers met with the Tsunami Brown. Tsunami Brown. Sorry. Tsunami Brown at Grady's hospital after being dispatched to a DV situation. She told them that she and the defendant went out to eat and they had a few alcoholic beverages. Shortly after getting home, Ms. Brown stated that they both were sitting inside the car when the defendant, out of the driver's side of the vehicle, opened the passenger car door and abruptly pulled Ms. Brown out. He began hitting Ms. Brown in the face with a closed fist and then started throwing Ms. Brown around. In the midst of doing so, he took her navy blue iPhone 14 out of the back pocket and did not return it. The victim was finally able to escape by running to a nearby gate, crawling underneath it onto the other side to get away. She had a gash above her right eye, small scratches all over her face, with bruising on her neck and both of her knees. Based on this information, Your Honor, we are asking for a 2,000 surety bond, stay away from the victim, and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons whatsoever.
Thank you. Ms. Brown, I see you on the line. If you would like to address the court, now is your opportunity to do so. I'll need for you to activate your camera for me, please.
We're not supposed to. Tsunami round?
Yes, ma'am. If you would like to address the court, I'll need for you to activate your camera for me, please.
Okay. How do I do that? Hold on. How do Sorry, his brother is here with me too.
Miss Brown,
Yes, I can hear you.
okay,
I'm
well, I'll need for you to
trying-
activate your
we're trying
camera for
to-
me. Are you attempting to do that, Ms. Brown? While she gets that together, Mr. Abraham Ahmed.
Yes, Your Honor. So as to Mr. Blankenship, he's 37 years old. For his education, he has a bachelor's in computer science, and his work does reflect that. He works as a senior IT analyst, where he manages about 10 employees, and he's also a network engineer for the same company, I believe. He's been in that same company for about 6 years now, being Bosch. He has been in Georgia for about 20 years. He has a good address. It is alleged location of the incident, and I believe the alleged victim does live there too. However, Mr. Blankenship's name is on the lease. For bond, Your Honor, we would ask it to be as low as possible, if not signature. We request no further violent contact and no stay away. And I would just defer to Ms. Brown for the contact.
Okay, if Ms. Brown is with us, this is your opportunity. I'll need for you to unmute yourself and activate your camera. Okay, for the battery will be a $3,000 signature bond.
I didn't know that it was muted. I'm sorry. I did not know.
Okay, I'm still gonna need for you to come on camera, Ms. Brown. Okay.
We're
This is
outside
in-
of Fulton County right now. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
You said I need to answer. What is your question?
Can we take her off the video and remove her from this court session, please? Remove her from the court session. $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. For the battery, $1,000 signature bond through pretrial. Makes for a total of, for the simple battery, makes for a total of a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. No further contact with Ms. Brown. Stay away from her residential address. He can go back to that address if necessary on one occasion with law enforcement to retrieve any belongings. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. If she attempts to get back into this court session, do not let her back in. Good luck to you, Mr. Blankenship.
Judge, can I get the address of the stairway?
Do we have the address, Ms. Sanders Burks?
Yes, Your Honor. One moment. The address that we have was at the Chicago Nancy's Pizza in downtown Midtown. But what I will do is I'll look into the report to get the address for the home, and I can send it to you through the chat.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right, Mr. Davis.
Good afternoon, Mr. Davis. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000968B with simple battery against a person who is 65 years or older or who was pregnant at the time of the offense. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
I got 10. Probation out of Walton County. Unlawful to come inside guard lines to deliver to inmate controlled substance. I got another Walton County theft by taking burglary. Probation. Houston County possession of cocaine. Probation. 2023 FTA. 2008 armed robbery ag assault conviction. This is level 3. That's it.
And who's representing Mr. Davis?
That'd be me, Your Honor.
Okay, just wanted to make sure you were with us.
Yes.
Okay, yes, Miss Evans Battle.
Yes, this incident took place January 31st of 2026 at 2231 Charles Drive, and there was a reference to a fight call. The victim is Nichelle Stevenson. It appeared that she indicated they had been going on with a verbal dispute earlier in the day while they were traveling. She became ill. She's pregnant. She vomited in the car. He became upset about that. And they were in the midst of the argument. She agreed that she needed to move back to her mother's residence. They have a 10-month-old child as well. She indicated that he went to retrieve her belongings, so she wasn't going to let him just, pack her stuff up. So she went back to the residence to get her belongings, and once she got back there, they had a physical dispute where he dragged her down a hallway and hit her outside of the residence. And then he left the scene, and the officer did not observe any visible injuries to her. She refused medical treatment, but she did indicate to the officer that she was currently pregnant. She had lived with him for approximately 4 months. In consideration, he has a significant violent history. Our recommendation is for a $3,500 surety bond, no further contact. I'm not sure if she actually moved or not. I know she was on earlier. The address that I have as a stay away is the 2231 Charles Drive, unless she has actually already moved, and that there would be a third party supervised transfer of the child, that the 10-month-old that they have together. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons, certainly no firearms while out on bond. Thank you, Judge.
If Ms. Stevenson is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity to do so. Doesn't appear so. Mr. Abraham Ahmed?
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, ma'am. If you'll raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah, I swear.
Okay, thank you. You can place your hand down, ma'am. What would you like to tell the court?
I wanted to drop all the charges against Jamario. I think that day that I was very emotional, and I don't think that that statement she gave is all what has actually transpired.
So why don't you tell me what transpired?
That day we got into a argument in the morning time. I did come over there to get my things. Jamario, I don't remember him dragging me. I remember he kind of like set me down in the hallway, but it was not a drag, and he did not hit me outside.
Has this ever happened before?
No. During the generation of our relationship, we've never gone into arguments, and we've never gone into any type of altercations or anything like that.
How long have you been together?
About 3 years.
How many children do you all have together?
1.
And is that the 2-month-old?
That is he's 11-month-old, and during the time I thought I was pregnant, but I'm not pregnant.
Okay. You like him back in the household? Is that what you're telling the court?
Yeah, I would like him back in the household and drop the charges because it's not necessary.
Okay.
And
well,
I did write that.
This is just a bond hearing today, Ms. Stevenson. So the charges will go forward, and they'll be prosecuted in the upcoming months. But this is a bond hearing today. Do you live at the Charles Drive address?
No, not at the moment. No, I don't.
So you live someplace separate?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. If nothing further, thank you for being here, ma'am. Mr. Abraham Ahmed.
Yes, Your Honor. As to Mr. Davis, he's 36 years old. For work, he is a certified forklift operator. He's been doing that for about 6 years. Before that, he was working in a chicken processing plant, using heavy equipment and working with pallet ties. He's been in Georgia his entire life. He has all of his family here. He has 5 kids, a 19-year-old son, 19-year-old daughter, 17-year-old daughter, 5-year-old son, and then the just about 1-year-old son that was mentioned earlier. The latter of which, that 1-year-old son, does live with him and is shared with the alleged victim, Your Honor. As to the address, it is where the alleged incident took place. As just mentioned, the alleged victim does not live there. I believe it's Mr. Davis's aunt's home. For bond, Your Honor, we would simply request it to be as low as possible. We would also further request no further violent contact and no stay away. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Ms. Stevenson and Mr. Davis are expecting. Yes, they are expecting. So considering that, taking that all into account, Your Honor, we would just request bond stay as low as possible, no further violent contact, and no stay away.
Right, will be $1,000 good bond, no further violent contact with the alleged victim. We're gonna have 3 anger awareness classes, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. All right, number 7, Mr. Gandy.
It's my understanding that this is a consent bond, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Gandy. You've been charged in case 26 CR 0000974H with criminal trespass and damage to property. What is the consent, Ms. Evans-Battle?
$2,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 1. Conditions being stay away from the 55 Far Road Northeast condominiums address. Have a social worker visit for housing, no further violations of the law, no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond.
Is that your understanding, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Gandy.
All right, number 8, Mr. Gill.
Good afternoon, Mr. Gill. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000961J with giving false information to law enforcement, fraudulent driver's license or identification card, false statements and applications, possession of marijuana less than an ounce, a seatbelt violation, and distracted driving. Is there a history,
12.
Mr. Howard?
On probation, out of car, drugs not in the original container. 2018, driving without a valid license, fleeing an officer, no load. 2017, 2018, I'm sorry, theft by receiving, carrying weapon without a valid license, conviction. 2017, theft by taking first offender. 2017, ag assault, criminal damage in the first, possession of a firearm or knife during the commission, conviction. I got holds out of Clayton County, FTA robbery, Gwinnett County probation, larceny. That's all.
Thank you. Ms. Sanders Burks.
Yes, Your Honor. So it looks like this event occurred on February 11 of this year. The officer made a traffic stop after he observed the defendant driving without wearing a seatbelt and holding a cell phone in his hand while operating the vehicle. The officer detected a strong odor of marijuana from the vehicle. When he approached, the officer asked the defendant if there was any marijuana inside the vehicle, and he stated no. The officer then asked both occupants to step out of the vehicle to conduct a pat down and search. The officer located a red packet containing marijuana in the defendant's right pocket. A search of the vehicle yielded additional marijuana inside the center console, in the driver's side front door compartment. Mr. Gill was found to be in possession of approximately 11.08 grams of marijuana. The defendant provided a Georgia's driver's license belonging to Mr. Zul, I don't know, Abdul, sorry. Mr. Gill was unable to confirm any of the identifying information on the license. When asked, through further investigation, the officer was able to find his true identity. A warrant search was revealed that he had an active warrant out of Clayton County in Gwinnett County. Based on the facts, Your Honor, we are asking for $500 for each of the offenses. So it'll be $2,500 surety bond, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons.
Ms. Sanders-Burks, the fraudulent driver's license or identification card, is that a separate charge from the false statements and applications?
Double check, Your Honor. I have that he has 5 different charges.
Okay. And Ms. Grace, are we clear on that?
Sorry, can I say that again for me, please?
I just wanted to make clear that he has 5 charges.
Yes, sir.
What you have?
What was that? I'm sorry. You want me to tell you what the charges are?
No. On my calendar this afternoon, the second has a semicolon behind the second charge. It says fraudulent driver's license or identification card, semicolon, false statements and applications. I was just asking Ms. Sanders-Burks if those were one charge or if that's 2 separate charges. She informed the court that she believes that that's 1 charge. So I want to make sure that we only have him down for 5 charges and that we address all those charges. Was that and so my question to you was that your understanding?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, so we're clear. All right, thank you. Mr. Abraham Ahmed.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Gill is 27 years old. He has his GED. For work, he's actually self-employed, just opened up his own brick and mortar phone repair shop. Just started it, so he's getting off the ground. But he's been doing phone repair for about 6 years in general. He's been in Georgia for about 11 years. He has all his family here. He has a child on the way, and he also helps to take care of 2 of his girlfriend's kids as well. And for his address, he has a good address. He's been there for about 3 years now. For bond, Your Honor, we would request this to be, if not signature bond, as low as possible. Yes, Your Honor. That's all.
All right, for each charge will be $1,000 signature bond through the jail, makes for a total of a $5,000 signature bond through the jail. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Gill.
Appreciate it.
Welcome.
All right, this is number 13, Mr. Ivy.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ivy. You've been charged in case 26 CR 000979C with harassing communications. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
3rd, 2024 expired license, NOLO. 22 criminal damage, dismissed. This was level 1. That's all.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. In this particular case, it's been reported by the victim, and I take it that it's still under investigation. But back in 2020, there was she had some intimate contact with him, and during the course of that, he took a video without her permission. He, since that time, forced her to engage in intimate contact again in 2021, threatening to show the video to people as leverage. He has been continuing to harass her and call her. This report stems from December 20th of 2025, where he left a voicemail using inappropriate language, threatening bodily harm, yelling, verbally abusive, and indicating that he was going to make her life a living hell. The magistrate judge who she appeared before to swear the warrant had an opportunity to listen to those recordings. And because of what that person heard, and they have ordered a $25,000 cash bond that is set. The victim is concerned for her safety, Your Honor. It may seem unusual in the case to order such a cash bond or high bond, but in consideration of his history of this particular case and the significance of it to the victim, that would, I believe, require further investigation as to the whether or not those other cases fall outside of the statute of limitations for the felony. But we are asking for no further contact and a stay away order, that he not communicate with her in any manner, shape, form through other parties, as well as other sources. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons out on bond, Your Honor.
Did you tell me the alleged victim's name and the stay away location, Ms. Evans-Battle?
I may not have done that. Let me pull that up real quick for you. I took notes.
Okay.
Okay. Her name is Shangeeta. It's spelled Shangeata Caldwell, and I know she was on the line earlier. I remember seeing that name. And the address location. Let's see what's on her. I think she is still, is that her saying, can you hear me?
She's on the line, but I'm giving you the opportunity to complete your presentation.
Yes, it's, yes, Your Honor. I'm just trying to get her address. The address that he is to stay away from is the 348 Micah, M-I-C-H, in Riverdale, Georgia is the address that I have.
Okay. Ms. Caldwell, if you would like to address the court, now is your opportunity. I need for you to raise your right hand for me, ma'am. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I swear.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, ma'am. What would you like to tell the court?
I would like to tell the court that my son and I are in grave danger due to Prentice Ivy, because when I'm there, he's doing things that are volatile to me and also my son. And also when I'm trying to leave, he uses third parties to come after me.
Okay. And when you say when you're there, where are you referring to, ma'am?
When I'm in his presence.
Okay. And do you live at the 348 address?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And if when you help me understand, when you say when you're in his presence, why is it necessary to be in his presence?
Because when I'm no longer in his presence, he uses his third party to come after me. So, and my family. So I would just go to him in order for him to stop coming after me and my family. And in the process, that's how he ended up taking a video of us in our intimate moment without my knowledge nor my permission. He used it as blackmail over me. And afterwards, he got me to come to his house May the 19th, 2021, and that's when he took advantage of me when I had a low blood sugar. And I conceived my son that day.
Amen. Anything further, Ms. Caldwell?
Yes. And I have been trying to take a TPO out on him, but he has been evading it.
Okay. Anything further, ma'am?
No further, nothing further.
Okay. Thank you for being here, Ms. Caldwell. Mr. Abraham Ahmed?
Yes, Your Honor. For Mr. Ivy, he's 34 years old. He has his education in vocational education from Atlanta Tech, specifically in HVAC. As to his work, he works for the city of Atlanta as a mechanic, specifically for the equipment mechanic. When I asked what he fixes, he simply said everything, Your Honor. Every appliance, every piece of equipment in the city of Atlanta that needs repair, he's the guy. He also works as the bus driver for his at his son's daycare, I believe. Yeah, at the daycare, he's been doing that for about 6 months, driving the bus for them after he gets off of work for transport. As to his ties to Georgia, he is a lifelong Georgia and Atlanta resident. All of his family's here. He has an 8-year-old daughter, sorry, 2 8-year-old daughters, a 5-year-old son, a 2-year-old daughter, and then a 4-year-old son whom he shares with the alleged victim. As to his community ties, he's the deacon at his local church. He's been doing that for about 6 years, 6 years now. He also works or volunteers being a teacher at the Sunday school at that church as well. Your Honor, we would simply request bonds be as low as possible. As to why, Your Honor, Mr. Ivy just learned of his child, 4-year-old child. He's completely denying allegations in every which sense of the word. He never threatened to leverage anything. This is not the first time, as he indicated to me, that the alleged victim has essentially lied against Mr. Ivy. What he said to me, Your Honor, is he just wants to get out and just be the dad to the kid he just learned about. For those reasons, Your Honor, we would also request a no further contact order from Ms. Caldwell. We would just request a third-party transport for that 4-year-old son.
Okay, I'm not going to, at this point in time, I'm not going to allow him to have contact with Ms. Caldwell or any children. If he wants to, he'll have to go to another court if he is going to seek something further as far as any contact with within any of the children. So if nothing further, it's going to be a $25,000 signature bond through pretrial level 3. He is to have no further contact with Ms. Caldwell. He is to have no further contact with any of the children at this time. He is to have no third parties contact Ms. Caldwell or the children. And Mr. Ivy, let me just, so that I know that I've told you and that you've heard it, no contact means absolutely no contact. Obviously, no personal contact, but no email contact, no internet contact, no phone contact, absolutely no contact. No contact through any third parties trying to get in touch with her. If I find out that there's been contact or attempted contact with Miss Ivy, this bond will be revoked and it will become a $25,000 bond. All right. Stay away from her residential location. If I didn't say that, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you both.
No, 3,000, right?
25.
It was
25K.
Good job. Next, 21, Mr. Lacader.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lacader. You've been charged in case 26 CR 0000967Y with battery family violence. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
I got first arrest.
Thank you. Ms. Sanders Burks.
Yes, Your Honor, one second. So on September the 2nd of 2024, officers spoke with the victim, Gloria Richardson, who stated that she was in a verbal dispute with her ex-boyfriend, the defendant. He was upset because she refused to get back with him. He pushed her into a mirror and attempted to choke her after a dispute in their home. There were visible bruises when the officers observed Ms. Richardson's forearm and back. The defendant attempted to kick her out of the house that the two individuals resided along with her children, and Ms. Richardson did not specify whether her children were present at the time of the abuse. Your Honor, we are asking for $1,000 surety bond, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and to stay away from the victim. And the address 1777 Harbor Avenue, College Park.
If Ms. Richardson is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Mr. Abraham Ahmed.
Yes, Your Honor, it's Mr. Laster, excuse me. He is 38 years old. He has his high school diploma. For work, he works for a company called Co-Parts, where he's a mechanic. Where he essentially engages in catastrophe work. So whenever there is a natural disaster, he will go in there with his coworkers, Copart, and fix up the vehicles and get them ready for retail, for example. He is a Georgia resident for about 6 years now. He has his brother over here in Georgia who also works for the same company, I believe. As to his children, he has 3 kids. He has a 12-year-old daughter, 16-year-old daughter, both of which are shared with the alleged victim, and then a 21-year-old daughter who's not shared. As to the address, he does have a good address now, which is not the alleged incident location. For a bond, Your Honor, we would request a signature bond, considering, and if not, we would ask for it to be as low as possible, considering the pretrial report, giving deference to the UJR recommended release level. We would also request no further violent contact, and we're absolutely amenable to the stay away. We would just request third-party transport as to the children, Your Honor.
Okay, will be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further contact with Ms. Richardson. Stay away from the Harbor Avenue address. Third-party transfer of any minor children for visitation. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Lassiter.
22, Mr. Long.
Good afternoon, Mr. Long. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0000947Y with willful obstruction of law enforcement officers and possession and use of drug-related objects. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
15, 2026 shoplifting, 25 possession of drug-related objects, NOLO, 24 probation, 2020 failure to appear, 2018 FTA trespass conviction. Yeah, the 2017 ag assault that was dismissed. Level 2. That's it.
Thank you. Ms. Pear?
Yes, I also show an open warrant for criminal trespass out of Alabama from 2015, but I don't think they're coming to get him on that one. The defendant was found lying inside a church van on the property at 987 Ira Street. That is considered the Andrew P. Stewart Center. Excuse me. He exited the vehicle upon officer request, but then began to pull away in an attempt to resist. Previous magistrate sent a $600 surety per charge. We would ask that remain and to stay away from 987 Ira Street, the Andrew P. Stewart Center, in a social worker visit. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond.
Mr. Abraham Ahmed?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Long is 36 years old. He has some college as to education. He is a lifelong Georgia resident, and he has all his family here as well. He has an 8-year-old son as well. As to his address, he does have a good address where he lives with his mother. For bond, Your Honor, we would simply request it be as low as possible, if applicable, signature bond, and if not, we would, considering the financial stresses that Mr. Long is currently undergoing, Your Honor, as also indicated by the incident report and the warrant, we would request it be as low as possible, and we would also be absolutely amenable to a stay away order.
For each charge will be $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. Makes for a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. We want to have a social worker visit to assess for BHET and any housing issues. Stay away from that Irish Street address. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Long.
Everyone, Mr. Pitts,
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
31, Mr. Pitts.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Pitts. You have been charged in case 26 CR 0009669C with criminal trespass and damage to property. Is there a history, Mr.
10.
Howard?
Got an open DUI, commercial vehicle report violation, and another DUI. It's out of Arizona. 2025 suspended license conviction. 24 suspended license conviction. 29. I got a couple of 2019 DUI convictions. One out of Douglas County. This was level 3. That's it.
Spear.
Yes, Your Honor. He went to 684 Durant Place in Atlanta, kicked in a door and broke the frame. We talked with the victim, Mr. Pazovity, Klasovity. He's currently in he lives in California. The incident location is an Airbnb that he was in. The defendant was outside screaming and yelling. Victim became concerned about the chaos, called the police. Defendant broke the door, entered the house, looked confused, and kept asking where his phone was. Victim said defendant was not aggressive once inside, but may have been drunk or high. The owner of the Airbnb replaced the door. There's a $1,000 surety already set. We ask that it remain. No further contact with the victim, although they're unlikely to cross paths. Jan or Yan, Jan Klasovity. For anger awareness, stay away from the Airbnb at 684 Durant Place, social worker visit, and an ADET based on the victim's concerns about his about the surrounding circumstances and behavior during the event. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond.
Ms. Kim.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Pitts is 37 years old, and he has been here in Georgia about 1.5 years. He does not have any children. He went to trade school for audio engineering, and he is currently residing with his mother and sister. This was Airbnb, just temporary place. And Your Honor, he is also looking for a second job at this point. So he's qualified for public defender services. We would like to request for a signature on bond. And if Your Honor is not inclined to give him a signature on bond, we ask for the lowest possible bond, like maybe $10 in cash, so he can move forward. Thank you.
All right, it'll be $100 good bond. Stay away from the incident location. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
Your Honor, can it be a sheriff's 10% program as well?
That's fine with the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, 33, Mr. Rogers.
Good afternoon, Mr. Rogers. You've been charged in case 26 CR 0000971E with 2 counts of battery family violence. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
6. 2023 simple assault dismissed. 2008 DUI dismissed. Level 1. That's it.
Yes, Your Honor. This is between two brothers. Daniel Rogers is the victim in this. He said, Daniel claims that he was coming up from the basement because the Wi-Fi wasn't working. He lives in the basement. He said his brother had been drinking and attacked him once he came out of the basement. There was a verbal argument that ensued prior to the physical attack. We did speak with Daniel Rogers. He said the defendant has been drinking more, yelling more, making everyone feel unsafe. There have been an increase in arguments and altercations. Defendant's wife and his two children, as well as the mother to Daniel and the defendant, all live in the home. He has asked for no further contact and a stay away from the home at 9705 Cone Court in Roswell. He does also suggest an ADET and or AA meetings. In addition, we're asking for a $2,000 surety and for anger awareness courses, in addition to the no further contact, ADET, and the stay away. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Mr. Rogers is 40 years old, and I believe the complaining witness, his brother, is 34 years old. My client prefers to have no further violent contact. They are residing together at mom's house. It is my client and his wife and two children that they are all living together at mom's house. And I believe that his brother lives in a separate basement apartment. So it's kind of like they can just have a totally different door and don't have to bother each other. Your Honor, he graduated from, he has associate degree for business administration, and he has become a stay-home dad. And his wife is the actually breadwinner to make a financial contribution for the entire family right now. We would like to request for signature on bond and no further violent contact. Thank you.
And for each charge will be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1, makes for a total of a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. At this point in time, no further contact with Mr. Rogers. Stay away from the incident location. He can go back to that location on one occasion with law enforcement to retrieve any belongings. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, number 35, Mr. Shepard.
Okay. Mr. Shepard, you've been charged in case 26 CR 000950E with 2 counts of battery family violence. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
No, level 1.
Ms. Spear? You are mute, Ms. Spear.
Okay, sorry about that, Your Honor. This is also between two brothers. Terrence is the other brother. One brother the defendant accused Terrence of taking about $40, I believe it was, from a shared account. They started with a verbal argument, then became physical. The victim, Terrence, had a bruise and laceration under the left eye, a cut on his lower lip, wherein he said the defendant had struck him. We are asking for $2,000 surety per charge for a total of $4,000 for anger awareness, as again, there are brothers. No further violent contact with the brother, Terrence Shepard. We are not asking for a stay away at this time. We have not heard from Mr. Shepard. I did not see him on here. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond.
Terrence Shepard is on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Ms. Kim, I'm gonna give him a signature bond through pretrial, if that's okay with you. So for each charge will be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. Makes for a total of a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further violent contact with Terrence Shepard, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Does that suit you, Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Good luck to you, Mr. Shepard.
All right, next we got 36, Mr. Terry. 36, Mr. Terry.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pears. You've been charged in case 26 CR 0009557F with criminal trespass and fare evasion. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
24. 2025 shoplifting Olo, 24 trespass Olo, 2016 DUI conviction. It's level 2. That's it.
He also has a criminal history in Illinois that starts in 1990 with 20 cycles, and he has one out of Kentucky, Your Honor, 2016 DUI. This one's kind of
Okay, go ahead.
This one's kind of self-explanatory. He snuck in in MARTA behind another paying patron, so he evaded fare, and he has an active MARTA suspension, so criminal trespass. There's a $600 surety already set per charge, so we ask that that remain. Stay away from MARTA and a social worker visit. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond.
Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Tears is 53 years old, and he does have 3 children here in Georgia, 17, 19, and 22 years old. He graduated from high school, and also he says that he's enrolled at Atlanta Tech for further education. He does have a mailing address from one of the member of the church. However, he has been residentially challenged quite a bit. So I already requested a social worker to provide housing resources and also a BHET. And Your Honor, he has no funds to make any kind of pay at this point. He's not employed and he doesn't have any income. We would like to request for signature on bond through jail.
I can't send him through the jail, Ms. Kim, because he has previous criminal trespasses. And you telling me he can't afford anything?
Nothing at all, Your Honor.
All right. So for each charge will be a $500 signature bond through pretrial level 1, makes for a total of a $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. Social worker visit to assist with housing. Stay away from MARTA. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
That's how we have in the courtroom. We go over the waivers now.
Okay. Can I just go down the calendar?
Absolutely.
All right. So position 4, I have Napoleon Brooks. That's a waiver.
Napoleon. I think that might have to be a reset because I can get to talk to him.
Yeah. You didn't want to say you want to wait a speech.
He's been reset since Monday. So he was reset until Wednesday and then a reset again, I believe.
Your Honor, I wasn't exactly able to get a proper amount of information from Mr. Brooks. Unfortunately, he did not want to talk to me.
Okay, you want to try again tomorrow?
I am not on SCA tomorrow, but whoever is, I would recommend them to.
Okay, we'll reset Mr. Brooks one more time until 2:14 tomorrow. All right, the next up one I have is position number 10, Aaron Griggs. Is that a waiver?
He's a behavioral reset. Yeah,
Okay. Is that reset for tomorrow as well, 2:14?
Yeah, he refused to go.
Okay. The next one after that is position 11, Mary Holloway.
She had to be a reset. Well, she went downtown court today.
Okay, so that's reset for tomorrow as well, 2:14. Position 20, Terry Jules. Is that a waiver?
Yes, it is, Your Honor. I haven't submitted the paperwork yet, but I'm ready to proceed.
Okay, so Terry Jules charged in case 26 CR 0000981G with criminal trespass. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
61. On probation, possession of drug-related objects, trespass, simple battery against police. You want the case number?
Yes, if you have it there.
25 CR 002 511E. On probation, not a carb, simple assault. On probation, out of Fulton for trespass. 25 CR 002 198G. On probation for another trespass. 25 CR 002 508E. On probation for criminal damage in the second. It's 24 SC 004 154. 2026 probation violation. This was level 3. That's it.
And
Yes.
this was a trespass at the Walmart, having previously been advised on November the 20th of 2025 not to be there. The recommendation is $1,000 surety bond, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. Stay away from the Walmart at 5200 Windward Parkway in Alpharetta. Thank you.
Abraham Ahmed.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Jules is 39 years old. He has some college under his belt. As to work, he owns his own LLC and he's a musician as well. He's been in Georgia for about 10 years. He has some family here. I believe he does receive Social Security in some form. So he also has one child. He is, I believe, currently in the Gateway program as well. Your Honor, we would request this bond be as simply as low as possible, considering the circumstances that Mr. Jules is in currently. So for those reasons, we would just request bond removal.
It'll be $100 good bond. I want him to have a social worker visit to assess for BHET and any housing issues that he might have. Stay away from that Walmart. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Miss Joy, I saw your message. We handled that person earlier in the court session.
Okay, I got a text message about 2:30 to join, so it was before 2:30.
I'm not sure. You know, we've been on here since 2:00. So, but I do have down that we addressed him much earlier in the session. I do appreciate you being here this afternoon, though.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. The next I have is position 24, Chelsea Mans. Is that a waiver?
That's a felony charge of cruelty first degree.
Right.
They took care of that. He went on a pussy at all.
What's the name?
Mans, Chelsea Mans. They're a felon, right?
Was it reduced and transferred here? I don't know who. Was it I don't have any information on it. Was it reduced? I mean, I guess I can look it up and see if it was transferred.
The reckless conduct.
And a couple of cases from another calendar. I don't know where they came from.
It was reduced from felony. It's reckless conduct now.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna need to reset this.
Yes.
All right, we'll reset this one as well for tomorrow, 2:14. The next I have is position 25. Marshall is the last name. Is that a waiver?
No, he refused to come in. So well, so he did the heck of it.
All right, so reset as well to 2:14. Position 34, Shabbaz. Is that a waiver?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, he is charged in case 26 CR 0000817Y with PI. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
14. He got an open simple battery right in penal institution. Disorderly conduct, reckless conduct. He got some CWAC charges, so on probation for burglary, criminal attempt to commit murder, and the open CWAC. So that's all. I'm sure they know bond. That's it.
Yeah, they are significant cases that he has. I was just looking at the warrants and the charges, and there are multiple violent offenses against women, to say the least, sexual offenses against women in those particular cases, which in this particular case, it's concerned because of the method that was used in the other cases when I looked at the warrants would fall in line with this. And I don't know how much information the court wants to have at this point as to, and as far as that backdrop goes. One of the warrants that I did see is in which he there was a person who noticed she was dumping trash. She noticed him. Maybe he waved or something at her. She kept doing what she was doing. She looked around. She didn't see him. And when she went back into the building, there he was. And he proceeded to violently assault her. There, in this particular case, our concern is that Ms. Carla Shields, she was in the complex's gym. She observed a black male and who had a hoodie and some cargo pants on that was later identified to be Mr. Shabbaz, was trying to pull open the door to the gym. He kept knocking on the door that was locked and motioned for her to open the door, which she did not. She ignored him and continued to work out. When she looked around again, it's a glass window, and there he was exposing himself and performing a lewd act on himself. I know that those significant charges that he has, they are all recent charges, like January 22nd, so they're all within the last couple of months, besides those open FTAs that I saw. I saw some FTAs from 2023, 24, and 25. But we're really concerned about the repeated violence behavior, because it's not just one case, it's one setting. There are multiple women, multiple instances. We're asking for a $10,000 cash bond in this public indecency, in the PI case, because of the nature of all of the cases and the pattern of behavior and operation. We would ask that he have no contact with Miss Kayla Shields, that he stay away from the Piedmont Road location. No alcohol, drugs, weapons, no firearms while out on bond. Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Evans. Can you all hear Ms. Evans' battle? Can you tell me the name of the alleged victim again?
Kala is spelled Calah. Last name is Shields, Shields.
Ms. Shields is on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. Mr. Abraham Ahmed?
Yes, Your Honor. As to Mr. Kwame Shabbaz, he's 31 years old. He has his GED. As to work, he works as a barback and a forklift operator, certified, of course. He's done that for a couple years now. As to Georgia, he's been here for 13 years. He has some of his family here in Georgia, like his sister. He has a good address where he lives, I believe, on Eureka Drive, and can receive mail. Nobody else lives at that address. He also, well, Your Honor, we would simply just request that bond remain as low as possible. We understand gravity of these charges and the charges that are also keeping Mr. Shabbaz in custody. Well, we would just request bond for this to be set low.
Right. Will be a $10,000 good bond, no further contact with Ms. Shields, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Let's see, the next in line is position 38, Bertha Williams. Is that a waiver?
It's gonna be a medical result.
Okay, until tomorrow, 2/14.
No.
Then we have our add-on calendar, position number 2, Connery Wheeler. Is that a waiver?
Willard, right? Was that Willard?
Wheeler.
Wheeler?
Add-on 2, Wheeler.
Oh. That's it? Okay, yes, Your Honor. As to Mr. Willard, we are going to contact Mr. Paul Bartels and also request a social worker visit. We were not able to make contact with the client.
Okay, so he needs to be reset until tomorrow as well?
Well, we did see him. It's just the contact was not able to be initiated necessarily with the client, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm just making sure that you want it reset for tomorrow. Well, what do you want me to do with him?
I think so, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. That appears, did I miss anyone? Is that everybody?
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
My name is Jermaine, man. Did you already call Trinity Pettis?
Yeah.
That was my client. If you call me, I'll be happy to explain to you.
I'm sorry?
My phone number at chat.
You say you want me to call you, ma'am?
Yes, later after the court hearing is over.
Okay,
Yes,
I don't know if I did it. I was
Yeah.
too busy. I don't know if I did heard it or not. I was too busy trying to like figure out the situation on my end over here with cops and everything. I had cops pull up to my crib and try to do stuff. So I really couldn't really hear if I did her or not. I was on the call the whole time though. I just never thought I did her yet.
Yes, we did cover her, Mr. Mann.
What was her bond? Because that's fine. I didn't want to press no more charges. I didn't want to press additional charge or anything like that. I wanted to actually get my point of view and my say so. But like I said, I've been on the phone with.
You'll have the opportunity to do that at a later time. This is just a bond hearing. She did get a signature bond. Okay.
Okay. So she's getting out by tomorrow, right?
Soon, if she doesn't have anything holding her, she will get out when the jail processes are out.
All right, thank you.
Hopefully by tomorrow. You're welcome. Have a good rest of your day, sir.
All right.
Okay, if that's everything, Ms. Grace.
Hello? Hello, Judge?
Yes, who's speaking?
I'm Geraldine. My name is Geraldine Lott.
Yes, Ms. Lott.
Yes, sir.
Which case are you here for?
Yes, I was supposed to have been, I did Zoom in on yesterday. I was told to come on yesterday, and I waited for somebody to let me in, but they didn't. So I
Okay, so
stayed on.
who are you here for today, Ms. Lott?
I'm here for my grandson. His name is James A. Lott III. Do I need to give a booking number or some type of ID so they can look him up or something? I'm trying to see, did they give him a bond or whatever? 'Cause
Okay,
he got charged for stuff I don't know anything about.
I
And I
don't
had him in a,
I don't see him on my calendar, Ms. Lott. Do you have a case number?
they gave me a booking number. Would that help you? Or who? Because um hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can somebody
Yes.
look up his booking number? Do you know what he was charged with, Ms. Lott?
They tells me some kind of conduct and some having a weapon and some assault charges.
That's gonna be a felony.
Okay, that sounds like it's a felony case. This is misdemeanor court, Ms. Lott. Someone gave you the wrong Zoom link here.
Well, but he shouldn't
Yes, Miss.
even be in the building in that environment because he's schizophrenic.
Ma'am, I put my phone number to your phone. Please feel free to give me a call back after the court is over. I'll be happy to help you.
Okay, then. What's your name?
Jay Kim, public defender. I put my
Jay.
number 46121122.
Okay, I would be able to text it to me. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
I'll try to find and help out. Okay.
Okay, Miss Kim. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Ms. Kim. We appreciate that. Okay, Ms. Grace?
Oh, Your Honor, before we review the calendar,
Yes.
I would be remiss if I didn't try one more time as to Mr. Blankenship. I just wanted to put on the record that Ms. Tsunami Brown did call me again via the courtroom phone here and let me know that she does not actually live with Mr. Blankenship at that address. I believe it's on Ponce de Leon. I just wanted to let the court know.
Okay, so you're requesting that there be a no further not a stay away. So I'm gonna have no further contact with Ms. Brown, but you're requesting that there be no stay away from that location?
I would also request no further violent contact. However, I understand Ms. Brown is not currently here to testify to that.
Right, and because of what I saw with Ms. Brown and her actions, I think it's best that they stay apart. So I'll give him let's see, Ms. Grace, for Mr. Blankenship, give him a one-time police escort to go to the incident location. If Ms. Brown does not reside there, he can stay there. If she does, he'll have to gather his belongings and find somewhere else to live.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You ready to resolve?
Yes. And again, Ms. Grace, you might have to speak up with it for us. You're a bit muffled there, so I want to make sure that everyone hears you.
Oh. Can you hear me now?
Yes, that's very good. Thank you.
Position, we start with the add-on calendar. Position number 1, reset further notice, $3,000 pretrial bond. Position number 2, we reset for tomorrow's C calendar. Position number 3, 2,000 good bond, reset SAP. For the main calendar, position number 1, $2,000 pretrial, reset further notice. Position number 2, 4,000 pretrial. 2. Position number 3, $1,000 pretrial 1. Position number 4, reset to tomorrow's C calendar. Position number 5, $1,000 good bond. Position number 6, 4,000 pretrial 1. Position number 7, 2,000 pretrial 1 consent bond. Position number 8, total 5,000 SOB through the jail. Position 9, 2,000 good bond. Position 10, reset for tomorrow's SCA, along with position 11. Position 12, $1,000 SOB through the jail. Position 13, 25,000 pretrial 3. Position 14, 5,000 pretrial 2. Position 15, 1,000 SOB through the jail. Position 16, 2,000 pretrial 1. Position 17, 5,000 pretrial 2. Position 18, 3,000 pretrial 1. Position $19,000 good bond. Position $100 good bond. Position 21, 3,000 pretrial 1. Position 22, 2,000 pretrial 1. Position 23, 2,000 good bond. Position 24 and 25 reset for tomorrow's SEA calendar. Position 26, $1,500 good bond. Position 27, $2,000 good bond. Position 28, pretrial 1. Position 29, 5,000 pretrial 2. Position 30, $1,000 good bond. Position 31, $100 good bond. Position 32, 2,000 pretrial 1. Position 33, 4,000 pretrial 1. Position 34, I don't have.
10,000 good.
Thank you, Mr. Howard. Position 35, 4,000 pretrial 1. Position 36, 1,000 pretrial 1. Position 37, 2,500 pretrial 1. Position 38, reset for tomorrow's SEA calendar. Position 39, $1,000 good bond. Any questions, concerns, or comments?
If not, thank y'all. We see you next time. Y'all have a good, safe weekend. I'll see y'all on Monday.
Thank you, Judge. I'll be sending these over.
Okay.